Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, days 44 to 48, July 19th to 23rd, 2021. So for this week, I went down to Florida and I trained at 3 different gyms. The first one being Emerald Coast, the second, Helion Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, third, Atlas Martial Arts. So while I was at the Emerald Coast gym for Monday, I was able to practice 3 lessons. The first one being a fundamentals class, which we focus on taking the details of the back. And then the second lesson was about doing open guard pass. And we worked the details of each of the techniques and practiced and did a lot of warm up and exercises, like, for example, running around, jumping jacks, and sit ups. Basically, good core exercises to practice those movements that you'll be doing. And it was a great experience to roll with more diversity of people in terms of body weight, size, skill, stamina, strength, and technique. I was able to find my first submission of a blue belt twice with a armbar, double control bear hug down, and the second was a nice triangle, and I did an arm lock from it. So it was very rewarding to see results with my efforts. And the second gym I went to a Helion Gracie gym and was able to learn more about the cross collar choke and got a lot of different practice with doing the choke with variations. And the second part of the class was focused on a more experimental play with the technique, because once you learn the concept of the technique, you're able to apply it from different positions and maybe get it in different scenarios. So it's nice to be able to play around with the technique that I just learned. And then with the third gym, Atlas Martial Arts, I was able to go to 3 of those classes, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the first class, we focused more on the open guard pass and did drilling stations where we did rotations. And it was a lot of fun to reinforce the technique that you just learned. The second day I went, it was more open mat, not really open mat, but positional escapes and free roll. I joined towards the end of the class because I was asking one of the upper belts for some advice about how I can improve my rolling. And then I found myself on this free roll on the Atlas Martial Arts first day, going against different people. And I found this one guy who's a white belt 4-stripe who was very sound with his technique, despite him being a wrestler, 190 pounds, fast, strong. He always focused control and technique. And it was very rewarding to be able to flow with someone like that, because I wasn't being smothered or destroyed physically, but more technically. And it felt very rewarding when I was able to roll with him and eventually get a tap, because he tapped me a bunch of times. So I was hoping to get at least one little victory. And regardless of win or loss, I learned so much rolling with him. And then on the next day, we did open mat, and this was the 5th day. So I had me and 2 other blue belts there. So I was able to learn a lot from them. They were just basically giving me a private lesson where I would roll with one of the blue belts and the other blue belt watched me. And they would keep on giving me little ways to improve my game, to close my deficiencies. And it was super helpful. I learned how to control side control better. I learned a bunch of different submissions and attacks, and use speed to get good control on someone. And then once I've got that control, slow down, relax, maintain pressure, and get them. So overall, I've learned so much while rolling in Florida at the 3 different gyms and finding out what I lack and have grown in my game of jiu-jitsu. So I'm excited to go back and roll at my home gym and practice everything that I've learned. Really welcoming people all across of where I've traveled, and excited to be able to do jiu-jitsu anywhere I go. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.